Alright, YouTube, what's going on? I'm going to make it short today. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Bengals and my thoughts, what they need to do. And I watched them yesterday against the Broncos, and I'm thinking this team has more problems than a guy that's blind in a wheelchair coming into an ass-kicking contest. I mean, it's just fucking unbelievable. Once again, the same fucking product out on the field we see every single year. You know, the Bengals do this every year. They get 2-1, 3-1, and then they piss it down their fucking leg. You know, they give their fans hope, and then they just piss it right down their damn leg. First off, I want to correct everybody when they say Andy Dalton's the problem. Andy Dalton is a hell of a quarterback. He really is. He's young. He plays good football. He makes a few mistakes here and there, but who doesn't? You know, as far as I'm concerned, honestly, Peyton Manning played like shit yesterday. He really did until the end. I mean, Peyton Manning was throwing interceptions. I think he threw 2 or 3. I mean, seriously. And the Bengals did capitalize off 1 or 2 turnovers, but the problem is, when they took a 24-20 lead, I said it right on Twitter. I said, okay, Peyton Manning's going to 2 minutes later drive right down the field and score on our defense because our defense is fucking horrible. And sure enough, they did, and then some. But there are changes that need to be made on this football team. You know, honestly, the season's over for them as far as I'm concerned. Any team coached by Marvin Lewis is going to be irrelevant. I mean, that's just the way it is. Marvin Lewis has to go. Mike Brown, he fucking has to go, okay? The guy's fucking useless. And as far as I'm concerned, so are you. Both of you need to fucking pack your bags and get the fuck out of Cincinnati. Honestly. You guys are fucking terrible. And I know I'm swearing a lot, but I'm just so pissed off of watching the same piece of shit product out on the field every single year in and year out. At this point, honestly, I would take Cedric Benson over Jarvis Green-Ellis. I mean, but Jarvis Green-Ellis is fucking horrible. And as far as I'm concerned, he's terrible. I think he came from New England, but I know Ced Benson fumbled the ball, but at least the guy could fucking run the ball. You know, I mean, seriously. I mean, this guy fucking, what is it? 1 yard there, 1 yard there, 1 yard there. I mean, seriously, what the fuck? And then it puts Andy Dalton in a situation where he's got to constantly throw the ball because our running back is fucking horrible. You know? The defense, I swear to God, the #1 college team in the nation right now could go up and down the field on Cincinnati because they're just fucking horrible. Now, they didn't play too bad of a game in all fairness against the Broncos. I thought the Broncos were going to humiliate them, but they didn't. If anything, if Denver was playing an NFL team, they would have lost yesterday. You know, I mean, it fucking, like I said, my frustrations with this team is just so over the roof that, you know, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and scream and holler. I'm so disgusted. I mean, seriously. People, you see that Marvin Lewis is not the answer. He ain't going to do nothing. Andy Dalton's a good quarterback. The problem is he's got no fucking defense and hardly no offensive line. And he's got a running back that fucking sucks. You know, so I mean, seriously, Andy Dalton and A.J. Green are the only 2 players on the Cincinnati Bengals right now that are worth a damn, in my opinion. I mean, that's the only 2 players. I mean, name another player that's actually worth a damn. I mean, nobody. Their receivers fucking suck. You know, I mean, it's just, anyways, I wanted to get this off my chest. If you guys want to like, comment, now if you guys disagree with me, I'm sorry, but at 3-5, I see no point in watching the Bengals for the rest of the season because they're fucking horrible. They're a 5-11, 6-10 team right now at best. You know, you can't, I mean, that's been known. Defense wins championships, and the Cincinnati Bengals have just as bad defense as my fucking high school did. I mean, seriously, they're horrible. But anyways, like I said, I apologize for all the swearing. Sometimes I get mad, I just do that, but you know, changes need to be made. I'm looking forward to next season already. You know, I'll watch, you know, a few games here and there, but I really don't care to watch a Bengals game anymore. I mean, they're just so fucking stupid. I mean, seriously, they play the Giants next week, and that's going to be fucking fun. Especially after the Giants came off a tough loss at home to the Steelers last week. Fucking Giants will win that game 42, and the Bengals may get 10 points. We'll get a fucking Andy Dalton touchdown out of it, and maybe a field goal. Bengals fucking suck. I mean, seriously. If you're a Bengals fan right now living in Cincinnati, if you had season tickets, I would just send them in the mail or throw them on the side of the road. Hopefully somebody picks them up who's dumb enough. I mean, seriously. What's the point of even going to another Bengals game? I don't even care to watch them, let alone to go to it, you know. And everybody says that I'm not a true fan. Look, I've been a Bengals fan since, Christ, I can't even remember. They were the first football team I watched. That was at least 15 years ago. So, I mean, you know, I've stuck with this team through thick and thin, but you know what? It's one thing if you're bad in general, and that'd be one thing. I mean, I've seen quarterbacks on the Bengals from Jeff Blake to John Kitna to Carson Palmer, you know, and now Andy Dalton, and who knows if Andy Dalton's going to be the answer. I mean, he looks good. You can't really judge Andy Dalton right now because, like I said, he's got one good goddamn receiver, and the fucking defense is horrible. So, I mean, you know, that being said, any team right now, I mean, you could put Peyton Manning on the Bengals right now, and the Bengals wouldn't be no better. I mean, seriously, because they got no defense. So, bottom line is, make some changes, Mike Brown. Fire Marvin Lewis. I've been saying that for years. Fire him. He ain't doing nothing. Until you guys fire Marvin Lewis, there's no sense of any Bengals fan even having any hope for next season because it's going to be the same shit. You know, and the teams that the Bengals have beaten so far are 10 times worse than they are. You know, and it's like, wow, there's actually a team that's worse than the Bengals right now? Yeah. My friend's a Jacksonville Jaguar fan. Trust me, how do you think he feels? They're terrible. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up. Tell me what you think. If you got comments you want to make, how they think they need to change. I think personally Marvin Lewis just needs to go. The defense is shitty. I mean, that's odds are. And I like how everybody says that at one point they hired Marvin Lewis because he was a defensive mastermind. Really? The Bengals need to score 55 points every game to even have a chance of winning because their defense is that bad. Anyways, fire Marvin Lewis, make some changes. It's time for a change in Cincinnati because, quite frankly, I'm tired of watching the same piece of shit team every year. Make some changes.